If you have IBS and you want to know how to use exercise to calm your belly, then keep watching. If we've never met before, I'm Julie O'Hara, and I've helped over 30,000 people tackle the FODMAP diet and relieve IBS symptoms through my website and my online membership community. Today, we're going to talk about how you can use physical activity to improve your IBS symptoms. And guess what? You can even do this if you hate breaking a sweat. If you like this type of content and you want more, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit the little bell so that you never miss a video from me. Okay, exercise can improve IBS symptoms, but how exactly does that work and what does that mean for you specifically? Okay, so there was one study that was done where they split a group of people with IBS into two groups. The first group was told to do 20 to 60 minutes of moderate to vigorous activity 3 times a week for 12 weeks. The other group was told to do nothing different. Okay, so what do you think happened at the end of the 12 weeks? The exercise group reported a significant improvement in their overall IBS symptoms. And the interesting thing is that the non-exercise group actually reported a greater deterioration in their symptoms over time. So the takeaway is that consistent exercise can just lighten, reduce, minimize those IBS symptoms a little bit more. So the great news is that exercise, along with the FODMAP diet and other IBS management tools, can really make a big difference in your symptoms. And you're using all these tools together in your toolbox, add them all together, you can get a big improvement. And now I really want to know from you guys watching this, do you feel that exercise helps your IBS symptoms in some way? If so, say yes in the comments if you feel that exercise helps your IBS. I would really love to know what the consensus is on that. Okay, so how exactly does exercise help? Well, what happens is that the contractions in your gut, those involuntary muscle contractions that move the food throughout your system over time, they get sped up with exercise. Exercise stimulates those muscles. Now, if you have IBS-D, where your predominant symptom is diarrhea, you might be wanting to turn off this video and run away, but don't do that. We're going to get to that in just a second. Now, if you have IBS-C, where your predominant symptom is constipation, this is a really good thing for you. So what happens when the transit time gets sped up? That means there's less time for your body to absorb water from the stool. So less water is absorbed, and that makes the stool easier to pass and lessens the chance of you getting constipated. So this is a really great thing for you. Now, let's talk about IBS-D. So yes, for some of you, stimulating those gut contractions isn't necessarily going to be a good thing. Now, this is going to be so different from person to person. If you have your IBS-D under control, maybe you're able to use the FODMAP diet to really minimize your symptoms. So, you're not having episodes of urgency and running to the bathroom on a regular or daily basis. If that's not you, then you shouldn't have to be too worried about exercise. You can definitely start slow. Start with home workouts. Start with strength training, using just your body weight at home. Or go for walks in your neighborhood. Do some yoga, do online videos. So you're always at home and you're totally comfortable. And from there, you can kind of pick it up. If that's working for you, you can try other things. You can try things like dance videos, cardio ballroom, Zumba, things that get your heart pumping a little more. So you just have to experiment and see what works for you. You can also go to the gym and even try classes. At the gym, there's no problem with ducking into the locker room if you feel your stomach rumbling a little. So that's perfectly fine. Now, if your IBS-D symptoms are more severe and that causes you some anxiety to think that you're going to have an episode of urgency, then definitely start at home, see how it goes. Start with whatever you can do, any kind of movement, even if it's just light stretching. The reason this is so important, even for people with IBS-D, is that exercise helps your symptoms in other ways. Exercise is a tremendous stress reliever. So it's going to help relieve your stress, release those mood-boosting endorphins so that you feel happier. It's going to help your sleep. It's going to give you more energy. So those benefits are good just for your overall well-being as well as for IBS. Now, let's talk about bloating. Whether you have IBS-D or IBS-C, you likely experience bloating on occasion, and guess what? Exercise can help, and the research proves it. So what this study showed is that exercise can help gas clear your system faster. Simple as that. And bloating can be caused by a few different things. It can be caused by water retention, eating a large meal, but with IBS, it's often caused from gas. So that gas is trapped in your intestines. It causes that stomach distension. It causes pain. It can even cause lower back pain. It is the worst. So exercise is shown to help it move through your body faster so you get relief faster. And the great news about this study is that the participants who did it and who experienced this faster relief for their bloating were just pedaling a stationary bike. So you don't have to do crazy vigorous exercise. I would think just a light walk, some light yoga. If you don't have a bike, if you want to go for a bike ride, perfect. But whatever light movement you can do, based on this study, should have benefits. That's why I said you don't even need to break a sweat to benefit from exercise with your IBS. One question I get asked a ton is, should I exercise during a flare-up? So, if you're having symptoms, should you hit up that 6 p.m. Zumba class? And of course, the answer is that it depends. So if you're having mild to moderate symptoms, you're still able to walk around without pain, then yeah, it might actually help you to go exercise, whether it's a Zumba class or something else. It might actually help you feel better. It will definitely boost your mood. It might help clear out any gas faster. It might be great. If you're in pain, or if you're doing exercise and it's causing pain and triggering pain, then you don't want to do that. If you're in too much pain to walk and move around, there's not much you can do. Some very light movement, or just give yourself a rest, give yourself some TLC. And finally, are there any exercises that are the best for IBS? And are there any that are off limits? Well, not really. And when it comes to exercise, the best one is the one that you enjoy and the one that you do consistently. When it comes to really, really intense exercise, like running, especially long distance running, that can take a toll on your digestive system, even if you don't have IBS, even if you have no digestive issues. And there is such a thing as runner's diarrhea, and this can happen to elite runners, who don't have any IBS issues. So really hard running is maybe something to reconsider. If you're not having any symptoms, if you're an IBS-C person, or if your IBS-D is pretty much under control, light jogging is probably fine. When it comes to those workouts like CrossFit or a HIIT workout, high intensity interval training, it's up to you. Try a little and then do a little more next time. It's all up to you and experimenting to find what works for your body. Okay, so that's how you can use exercise to benefit your IBS, whether you have IBS-C, D, whether you hate to sweat. There's something that you can do to get your movement on and see the benefits. If you liked the content in this video, please hit that thumbs up button. It helps these videos get seen by more people, and I really appreciate it. Tell me in the comments section what exercises work for you and what your experience has been with exercise. I would love to hear from you. And finally, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos from me. Click that little bell so you get a notification. I've got more great videos coming, and the next video is going to be answering some of the questions that you guys have asked me about exercise and IBS. So I asked on Facebook and on Instagram what your questions were around this topic, and I got some really specific ones that I want to answer in a separate video that I couldn't all fit into this one. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you want to connect with me between videos, follow me on Instagram. I'm at Calm Belly Kitchen. I post stories, I post posts, food inspiration, life inspiration, all things FODMAP and IBS. Okay, so follow me there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Until then, have a calm belly life.